the idea that I had to make a lightsaber lamp about 2 years ago, and tell me in the comments if you think this is a good idea. Massive sale, it's the biggest sale of the year. And you can also have Profit 2.2.
Welcome to the Saber Factory.
Hello there. Kevin here at the Saber Factory, and you join me again today on the monthly digest, of the month of October. This one is going to be short, for once. Don't have too many new sabers to show you, but I have great news. Mostly great news because, of course, we are entering in November, and November is Black November. It means massive sale. It's the biggest sale of the year. 25% off on some lightsabers. You have a collection of 25% off sabers. You just use code BF25 at checkout, and it will apply to those sabers. And you have also a collection of sabers that is a BOGO sale. You can buy any two of those lightsabers in this collection, and one of the two lightsabers is going to be 40% off if you use BF BOGO, B-O-G-O, at checkout. It's very easy. Everything's on the website starting November 1st. It runs until November 30th. And the good news is that last year I decided to run a charity event with a local charity, and we're doing it again this year. So 10% of all undiscounted orders will go to charity. All the details about the charity event and Black November sale are in a video that I posted 2 days ago. So go check it out. It's on YouTube. It's also on my socials. You've got all the information there. Those lightsabers that we have today. This one, it doesn't count. What we have, and I'll explain later why. We have the double, which you know the name, but it has changed. New design, completely revamped. And this one is Eno Cordova from the Star Wars Jedi video game series. And we'll start diving in right now. At the end of the video, if you're wondering what this lightsaber is, right there, I'll explain. You might remember the idea that I had to make a lightsaber lamp about 2 years ago and never ended up in being a product ever. Well, this might be it, so stay tuned to the end of the video. Also, if you want explanations on why I do have Qimir's lightsaber here with me, and I don't include it in the new lightsabers that we have this month in the catalog, stay tuned till the end of the video. Let's start with the first lightsaber for today, which is the double. So the double is a lightsaber that we had a catalog. Let me go and grab it for you. So yeah, it was on my wall of lightsabers because it is one of the best sellers. It's actually it used to be for quite some time the dueling bestseller, because this lightsaber, you could have a set of two lightsabers at a very low price, which is why it was so successful. But it wasn't VHC. Again, for those who don't know what VHC is, it's basically my manufacturer's Nexus sabers has a standard threading system that is the VHC system, and if your saber uses the VHC system, it means that you can use compatible parts in between lightsabers and accessories. This was not VHC. Now it resembles a little bit more some of our more mid-range dueling sabers, you know. It's a little more intricate. It's got different color schemes, so you can choose between the gray, titanium gray, the black, or the brass color like this one here. And which is great is that it is VHC, of course. So let me get rid of all this here. So it is VHC, and it comes with two couplers. The lightsaber itself, you see this, you can make it a double-bladed staff. And if you want it as a dual set, you just simply put back the coupler here and it will act as a pommel. So you have two sabers. But of course, this works with any other VHC lightsaber, and it works with any other VHC accessory. So for instance, a Covertech module would work on this one, but you also have a threaded hole at the bottom, so you can put one of our Covertech wheel, so you can use it with your belt clip. So it is a better option now because it is a more complete lightsaber. With this design, you've got more possibilities, and it starts at the same price, and the NeoPixel version is even at a lower price than it used to be, so it's a win-win situation, honestly. 4 colors, again, win-win. I think the design is more interesting, to each their own, but it's a new take on the design. You know, it keeps a little bit of the general style of the previous model, but the redesign makes it a little more refined, I believe. So there you have it. It still is quite a capable dueling lightsaber. It is only 310 grams per hilt, so you're really looking at the lowest range of in terms of weight, and this one is one of the lightest lightsabers that we have on catalog, so that's pretty great. Like I said, starts at $179 for the dual set, so you get the 2 hilts full set. It's a VHC in 2 parts. You've got a top half and a bottom half, and the core is a standard Nexus core with Xeno 3. You can always ask me in the chat if you want a Profi option on your dueling sabers, by the way. But there you go. Just to give you a little demo, this one is a baselit option. This is a Xeno 3 baselit, so you simply have to insert your blade. Just put 1 screw. I always recommend to go with 1 push, just to make it, you know, tight. You don't need to pierce through the blade again. And of course it works with your Xeno 3 mobile app for a better control in terms of blade modes that you want active. The baselit always have less blade modes and effects than a NeoPixel, of course, due to the difference in technology. And again, flash on clash, lightning block, motion controls.
The assassin, the knight.
Smooth swing and all. So yeah, good old Xeno 3 here that, well, it's not that old of a board. It's not even a year and a half, but you know the drill now if you're familiar with it. You've got all the bells and whistles there. So a great new redesign for an iconic lightsaber in our catalog. This is the lightsaber that so many people got introduced to the world of lightsaber with. So happy to have this new design. Go check it out. It's got different colors. So I'm sure you can find the one that suits you the best. And now on to the next lightsaber, and it is Eno Cordova. Eno Cordova is, if you don't know or don't remember, it's a character from the Star Wars Jedi video game series. It is Sirjan, that's Master. It is the character that starts the quest for Cal Kestis through his former droid, which is BD-1. And so you've got different... Of course, you've got his own lightsaber, and then you've got different variants, because when you acquire the parts in the video game, then you can customize and make your own Cal Kestis lightsaber with Eno Cordova's parts. So this is inspired from there, and I think you'll be quite interested to know the price, because it looks very refined, very cool. It's got this nice rune engraving here, this sort of like reminiscent of Obi-Wan, grenade section pattern here. It's quite nice also, and pretty soft, huh? It's chrome electroplated, so it looks really good, and the price is not crazy. you're looking at a saber that's it's a replica saber that at launch price, so of course I always give price at the time of the video, and for lots of sabers we do have a launch price, and the success of that launch depends on the price that goes afterwards. But launch price is 189 USD. So for a replica saber with, you know, which is a thin neck and this level of refinement in manufacturing, prices are quite good at this stage. This saber, you do have a D-ring attachment, so if you have a belt clip, you would be able to slide your D-ring on it and attach this to your belt clip. But you do not have an option for a Covetech wheel, so that's a con. But you know, it's always a choice in terms of design and screen accuracy. So either both options, either one of the two, and here it's the D-ring. So the D-ring goes in your belt like this. If you use one of our belt clips, or a custom solution if you have one. But we have this for you. It comes with two emitters. The original emitter is for screen accuracy. It's just the top, of course. And this you cannot attach a blade to it. You don't have retention screw holes. But using this one here, comes with the lightsaber. Now you have less screen accurate, but more practical. And this one, of course, you can put a blade on. This is NeoPixel 1-inch blade, so it's still shallow, but it's deep enough that you can put a blade and have good retention. So now I've got multiple screws around it, but I always recommend to just use one push, and that's it. Now it doesn't wiggle, doesn't move, doesn't go anywhere. By the way, this is a slide-out core, so always remember to use the power switch to turn it on. This might change in the very near future. Nexus has decided to revert back to not having the power switch due to concerns over some customers who find it not practical. And yeah, so you might have a power switch or you might not have one. Really depends on the generation of core that you have. But there you go. And so it's the same board as, you know, the double. It's the Xeno 3. This one you can also have Profi 2.2 and, you know, smooth swing, flash on clash, blast to block, you know, so many things. You can change color.
Color change.
Of course, you use the Xeno 3 app and on iOS and Android, and you have easier access to your font selection, to changing colors, to activating different modes. Yeah, so etc. Motion controls.
The third hunter.
And of course, different blade modes and blade styles. This is why NeoPixel blades are better with Xeno 3. You've got, of course, many, you know, light modes or blade modes. So, like this flame effect. Doesn't necessarily always render, you know, too well on camera, so I'm trying to show it to you. But yeah, every character font you can customize. So many things you can do now with Xeno 3 and with Xeno 3. Woo! Say it 5 times with Xeno 3, with Xeno 3, with Xeno 3. Blah, blah. No, forget about it. So yeah, go check my YouTube channel. I've got other videos about, you know, new functions coming up. There's been a recent great update in terms of interface. The interface is so much better now. So update your app. So yeah, of course, that's your generic Xeno 3 board. Here in NeoPixel, you've got also the baselit option and the Profi option. So yeah, this Eno Cordova. For thin neck lovers, it's an amazing design starting at $189 USD at launch. So jump on it. Also, don't forget to check out our Black November sale, because you might find some interesting deals. Again, it is the sale season. So yeah, there it is. That's Eno Cordova. You've got 2 emitter rings with it. You've got the double, and there is one last lightsaber that I mentioned in the last digest, so I might as well finish what I started. Qimmir's lightsaber, the stranger from the Acolyte. I said that I would receive the prototype and maybe it would join the catalog. First, I got no reaction at all to this, so I figured, okay, there's not much expectation around it. And then what I got is what I call a prototype is that Nexus Sabers, they do make a lot of sabers. And in the end, I decide if I feel that I can carry this through my shop. And to be honest, this one, no. It's the first time that I actually receive a lightsaber and I say no. For one simple reason is this one is very much a unique piece, unlike any other lightsaber we have in the catalog, in the sense that this is 2 lightsabers in one. So on the paper it looks super cool, because you just... So yeah, I'm going to have a hard time. You see, the problem is that it's stuck, so I can't even show you. But basically, the second lightsaber disassemble through a quick release coupling mechanism, and then you have 2 hilts. You just have to put 2 blades on each side. This one has a small battery, small core, very unique format, just made for this lightsaber. It's a very massive piece because the show has very weird proportions for lightsaber hilts. I don't know where they got this from, but like the size of this hilt, it's just like it struck me in the show that the hilts looked so big in their hands. I was like, okay, this looks way too big. Even Darth Vader's saber, it didn't look that big, on camera. So I was like, what is the reason for that design? I do not know, but what I know is that it was replicated to be screen accurate. It's super big. It's massively thick, and it's I don't know if you can really see. And it's super heavy. And in the end, it's not the problem. It would have been okay, but just the coupling mechanism, you see it's stuck. I have, I stress test things, and this didn't pass for me. So maybe I just got, about 1. But I'm thinking it's aluminum, temperature changes and all. They can make slight variations, and it's a precision mechanism. If it's stuck, it's stuck. So yeah, they tried something. I think it's cool if you just want to put it on the shelf and say, hey, this is Qimir's lightsaber. But if you want to cosplay with it, if you want to carry this with you, if you want to, play a little bit with it, I think it's a little deceptive, and I don't want to deceive anyone. So this is not going to be in the catalog. Mind you, it's just my decision. You might find other shops that will carry this lightsaber. So if you absolutely want it and don't care for the shortcomings, well, be my guest, go ahead. But no. Yeah, I need to be 100% sure about what I sell. That's why I provide 100%, backup and customer service to everyone, because, I know there are issues sometimes, but I always try to make sure that I know the product is of good quality. This didn't pass for me. It was too much of an attempt to try to recreate this, and sometimes it requires a bit more work, and I think this requires a bit more work. So I'm being completely 100% honest. It doesn't take anything away from Nexus Sabers that builds amazing hilts, and I can say when something is just not there yet. This is not there yet. So I won't carry this. You can find it somewhere else if you want to, but just now you know the risk. Maybe you'll have a good one. Maybe you'll have a bad one, I don't know. But I'm not confident enough to carry this. So there it is. I'm sorry if some people, got a little expectation about this coming up, but no, it's not going to join the catalog for now. Remember, Black November starts November 1st. We've got great offers, 20% off, 25% off on a selection of sabers, and another selection where you pick 2 sabers and one is 40% off. Doesn't have to be 2 of the same saber. It can be 2 of any of the saber in said collection. The charity event is there. If you decide to forego your discount, you will automatically enter, the donation process where we will give 10% away to Les Liens du Cœur, which is it's a French charity because we're based in France, that helps children with congenital heart diseases, just like last year, and I hope we can beat the $4,099.25 donation check that we cut them last year. So yeah, I'm counting on you. And just one last bit before we go, I talked about this, so very quickly, I just want to survey you and tell me in the comments if you think this is a good idea. Remember, some of you might remember because it was almost 2 years ago, I showed a lamp prototype that I was working on for lightsabers. The problem was that I'm not very good at this, and the core structure in Nexus sabers keeps on changing, things evolve. It's a good thing for everybody, but it's a bad thing when you're trying to make a product that you want all of your customer sabers to be able to benefit from. So I would have needed to change my lamp design and provide many variants for different lightsabers. It was a nightmare, so I ended up not doing it, even though my prototype was working well. I have one of the prototypes working, for 2 years now as a lamp. But Nexus came up with a solution I want to show you because I want to have your feedback. So I'm just going to take this camera. So yeah, trying to show you the best I can what it looks like. So this is a tripod with an included cable and power adapter brick. So you've got it all, and a NeoPixel blade. So you got it all in one pack. And basically what it does is you put the NeoPixel blade in. So if you have a NeoPixel blade, this is included in the package, but you can also put one of your NeoPixel blade, meaning if the lightsaber you just want to slide in on top. So this is not the lightsaber working. It's just a hilt. So I don't have to use, the idea is to not have to use your board, don't have to use the battery, you don't have to drain it, you don't have to overheat the board, because it's not good to use your board as a lamp always on, and you're limited by the battery. So you just have to slide your hilt in it. Of course, some sabers, like Luke or Obi-Wan, that are shallow emitters, would have a hard time, working in this situation. So it's not going to be ideal for all sabers. You need a little bit of emitter depth, but in the end, that's what you get. And then you can change color. It's pretty simple, and it doesn't make any sound. It's just light, and you can change modes. So yeah, you've got a few blade modes, and you can change color, and that's it. And you've got a button, cable, and adapter, and yeah, and that's the backstage. Looks like it's a mess, but it's okay. So there it is. That's the ID, and you're looking at something that would be around $170 to $200, with the blade included. Honestly, I would have wanted this to be less expensive, but I'm not able to make my version work. So yeah, I would have wanted to make my version work, but yeah, that's not going to happen. This option is more expensive than I would have wanted, but you let me know what you think of the pricing, what you think of how it looks. If you would want something like that, let me know, and we'll see. Maybe I can add it to the catalog. And so let's go back. So there it is. just tell me in the comments what you think of it, if you think it's a good idea, the way it looks right now, how it works, and at this price range. And we'll see if it joins the catalog at thesaberfactory.com. Thank you for watching. You can find me in the comment section, on the support chat, thesaberfactory.com. I'll see you in the next video. May the force be with you and have a great sale month.
Join me, leave a like and subscribe to this channel.